Have you ever wondered why some 80-year-olds seem to defy the typical aging process, staying strong and vibrant while others struggle with muscle loss and frailty? What if the key to their vitality isn't just in staying active, but in how they train their bodies to combat the inevitable effects of aging? Well, the truth might surprise you. In today's video, we're going to explore the most crucial habit that sets superagers apart from the rest. A habit so powerful that experts at Tufts University have called it the most effective anti-aging drug ever found. It's not about simply staying active, but about using a method that challenges your muscles in ways most seniors never consider. The secret: progressive resistance training that builds strength in a way that truly combats muscle atrophy, the real enemy of aging. But that's not all. We'll dive into the science-backed habits that make these superagers stand out. From targeting neuromuscular connections to optimizing vital nutrients, there's a formula that keeps their strength, mental clarity, and overall vitality intact, and it's a lot more accessible than you might think. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to implement these game-changing strategies into your own routine, helping you not only maintain but even build muscle, improve cognitive function, and significantly reduce the risks of aging-related health issues. Don't miss out on the habits that can transform your aging process. Watch till the end, and let's get started on the path to becoming a superager. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. First habit: resistance exercise that builds over time. Let me tell you, this isn't just any regular form of exercise. This is the foundation of what allows the most resilient and powerful 80-year-olds to remain healthier than their peers. Researchers at Tufts University have boldly called it the most effective anti-aging drug ever discovered. When it comes to keeping our bodies strong as we age, resistance training isn't just a helpful practice. It's essential, but not the type of exercise that most seniors do. You see, superagers, those exceptional individuals who seem to defy age, understand that muscle loss, a natural part of aging, is something that must be fought head-on. They do this through targeted resistance training programs that not only stop muscle atrophy but reverse it. Sadly, most older adults never realize this simple, yet life-changing fact. Your muscles truly follow the use it or lose it rule. They have to be consistently challenged to stay strong. Now, this doesn't mean you have to start lifting heavy weights, but you do need to push yourself in a way that will make a real difference. Going on daily walks or doing water aerobics simply won't cut it when it comes to preserving muscle mass after the age of 60. What makes the resistance training habits of superagers so different? First, they focus on intensity, not duration. It's not about doing long, drawn-out sessions that leave you exhausted. It's about working your muscles to the point of failure, where you can't do one more rep while maintaining good form. This is known as transient muscle failure. And studies from McMaster University have shown that just 2 weeks of high-intensity resistance training results in more significant muscle growth than 5 weeks of moderate exercise. This intensity triggers protein synthesis in your muscles that can last for up to 72 hours, sending powerful anabolic signals that boost strength and muscle repair. It's not about how long you work out, it's about how hard you push yourself. Another critical factor is the focus on compound motions. These are movements that engage multiple muscle groups at once, like squats, deadlifts, rows, pushes, and pulls. These movements are not only functional for daily life, but they also generate a stronger hormonal response than isolated exercises, such as bicep curls or leg extensions. When you incorporate these compound motions into your routine, you're not just working on individual muscles. You're improving your mobility, strengthening your joints, and enhancing your overall stability. Your body works as a unit, creating a stronger, healthier you. The third habit that sets superagers apart is progressive overload, the practice of gradually increasing the difficulty of your workouts over time. If you continue to use the same weights or perform the same exercises week after week, your muscles will adapt, and the results will stagnate. Superagers track their progress, always looking to push themselves just a little further each time, whether that means adding a bit more weight or doing a few extra reps. This consistent challenge is what makes all the difference in long-term strength gains and vitality. Lastly, the eccentric phase of resistance exercises is vital, especially for older adults. This is the part where you slowly lower the weights. It might sound simple, but it's incredibly effective. By focusing on the lowering phase, you place more stress on the muscles without overloading the joints, reducing the risk of injury. Even those who feel they're behind schedule or are struggling to find time can benefit from this approach. It's not about how fast you move, but how controlled and deliberate each motion is. Groundbreaking research from the University of Alabama showed that older adults who committed to just 12 weeks of progressive resistance training increased their strength by a remarkable 35% and gained an average of 3.3 pounds of muscle. But the benefits didn't stop there. These individuals also experienced improvements in cognitive function, bone density, and blood sugar regulation. Isn't that incredible? It's not just your muscles that benefit from this type of exercise. Your entire body gets a boost. So, what's the most common mistake that retirees make when it comes to exercise? Many people believe that resistance training is too risky or outdated for them. The real danger, though, lies in ignoring this crucial habit. Without resistance training, the risk of muscle loss becomes a serious concern, leading to a decline in mobility, independence, and even a greater chance of falls and fractures. And we don't want that, do we? If you do only one thing from this video, please let it be this. Start incorporating progressive resistance training into your routine. I can't stress enough how important this habit is for aging well. If you're unsure about how to get started, I encourage you to work with a trainer who can guide you to the right level of intensity. Aim for 2 30-minute sessions a week, and I promise you, it will change your life in ways you can't even imagine. Your body will thank you as you continue to grow stronger, more mobile, and healthier year after year. Preserving your neuromuscular connections is habit number 2. Here's an interesting fact that the majority of seniors are unaware of. Let me share something that might surprise you. When muscles atrophy, it doesn't just affect the individual muscle fibers. The real culprit is often the weakening of the neuromuscular junctions, the essential links that connect your muscles to your nervous system. Think of these junctions like electrical outlets for your muscles, providing the necessary signals to activate them. As we age, these connections naturally begin to deteriorate, especially after the age of 60, and once that happens, no amount of protein or exercise can restore the lost communication between your brain and muscles. That's why, despite your best efforts, you may feel that your body isn't responding the way it used to. But here's where it gets truly exciting. New research from the University of Michigan has shown that superagers, those incredible individuals who maintain extraordinary physical and mental strength well into their 80s and beyond, actually have far stronger neuromuscular connections than the average senior. These individuals have unlocked the secret to keeping their brains and muscles working in sync, and it's something we can all learn from. Even more thrilling is the discovery that certain behaviors and activities can preserve, and even repair, these vital links between the brain and muscles. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. For example, simple but effective activities like Tai Chi, dancing, playing tennis, or even ping pong have been shown to dramatically enhance the brain's ability to connect with muscles. These activities are so much more than just fun ways to move your body. They actively require you to coordinate specific muscle movements in a way that stimulates the neuromuscular junctions. Compared to conventional strength training or walking, research from 2020 revealed that people who engaged in coordination-demanding activities twice a week preserved their neuromuscular connections 31% better than those who didn't. That's a huge improvement and shows just how powerful the brain-muscle connection can be when it's nurtured correctly. Another layer of this preservation involves certain nutrients and chemicals that protect these precious connections. Alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl-L-carnitine, for instance, are known to prevent oxidative damage to the nerve-muscle link. And even more encouraging, compounds like benfotiamine, a form of vitamin B1, and huperzine, found in Chinese club moss, can boost acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter responsible for muscle activation. Imagine how this simple, natural support can help you stay strong and vibrant, defying the limitations of aging. But it doesn't stop there. There are even breathing techniques. Yes, simple breathing exercises that can have a powerful impact on your neuromuscular health. In as little as 5 minutes a day, techniques like box breathing, inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4, can increase neural activation of your muscles by up to 15%. That's right. Just 5 minutes of focused breathing every day could significantly boost your muscle function. Perhaps most fascinating of all is the profound connection between mental activity and neuromuscular health. Studies, including one from Columbia University, have shown that older adults who consistently engage in challenging cognitive tasks maintain far better muscular function than those who don't. This makes perfect sense when you think about it. The neuromuscular system and the brain share many of the same neural pathways. So, by keeping your mind sharp and actively challenging your brain, you're also nurturing the system that controls your muscles, leading to better coordination and strength as you age. It's nothing short of remarkable to realize that by integrating these simple but effective practices into your daily routine, whether it's through coordination-demanding exercises, nutrient-rich supplements, breathing techniques, or cognitive challenges, you can preserve and even improve your neuromuscular connections. The result? You can continue to move with ease and grace, well into your 80s and beyond, with your brain and muscles working in perfect harmony. It's a powerful reminder that we're not at the mercy of aging. We can take control and protect our bodies and minds for years to come. Principle 3. Taking a specific vitamin every day. When we think about dietary recommendations, our minds often jump to macronutrients, those vital proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. They're the foundation of any good diet. But here's the thing, the most remarkable superagers, those individuals who continue to defy the odds and maintain exceptional muscular strength well into their later years, know something that most of us don't. They've discovered that it's not just about the big macronutrients. It's also about the specific micronutrients that power the body's muscle function and protein synthesis. Without these essential vitamins and minerals, all the protein and exercise in the world won't do a thing to help you keep your muscles strong as you age. Think about it this way. We can put in all the work at the gym and consume all the protein shakes we want, but without the proper nutrients, we're setting ourselves up for failure. These nutrients are the key facilitators that ensure our body makes the most of everything we eat, especially when it comes to maintaining muscle. Without them, no matter how hard we try, we'll still lose muscle mass over time. And I can't stress enough how important that is for aging gracefully. One nutrient that is often overlooked in this area is magnesium, which, according to researchers at the University of Vermont, is sadly the forgotten electrolyte for muscle health. Yet, it's critical. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 enzymatic reactions that affect muscle function. It's astonishing to think that over 70% of the elderly population is deficient in this mineral. Without adequate magnesium, we're fighting an uphill battle. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2021 found that seniors who had optimal magnesium levels had a grip strength 30% stronger and showed much higher physical performance compared to those with even slightly deficient levels. This isn't just an incidental finding, it's a game changer. You can see just how important magnesium is for our muscle health and overall vitality. So what does this mean for you? It means you should pay close attention to magnesium in your diet. Superagers know this, which is why they ensure they're getting it not only through supplements but also from magnesium-rich foods like dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and even dark chocolate. And speaking of supplements, magnesium glycinate or threonate are the best options, as they are more bioavailable and easier for your body to absorb. Next up on the list of must-haves is creatine. Now, don't dismiss this one because you think it's only for bodybuilders. Creatine is not just for the young or the novice. It's an essential supplement that has been proven to significantly improve muscle mass, strength, and cognitive function, especially in older adults. A study from McMaster University in 2015 found that creatine supplementation outperformed strength training alone when it came to building muscle mass. Creatine can be a true powerhouse for those who want to maintain strength and brain health as they age. When you take creatine daily, just 3 to 5 grams, you're enhancing your muscle cells' energy production and boosting their water content, which creates an anabolic environment. This is exactly what your muscles need to thrive. I truly believe that anyone looking to preserve their strength as they age should consider creatine, not just for its muscle-building benefits, but for its cognitive boost as well. Another often overlooked vitamin is methylated B12, a B vitamin that deserves much more attention than it gets. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which makes it harder for our bodies to absorb B12. This is a big deal because a B12 deficiency can negatively affect both brain function and muscle energy. But here's the kicker. Some commonly used medications, like proton pump inhibitors and metformin, actually deplete B12 levels even further. So, if you're taking these medications, you need to be especially mindful of your B12 intake. Superagers tend to take methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, because it's more bioavailable than cyanocobalamin, the cheaper form typically found in most multivitamins. This small but crucial change can make all the difference in your energy and cognitive health. But it doesn't stop there. Trace minerals like zinc, selenium, and chromium are just as important for protein synthesis and insulin sensitivity. These minerals are essential for transporting nutrients to your muscles. A study from Tufts University showed that maintaining optimal levels of these trace minerals was linked to a 22% increase in muscle mass retention over 5 years. Imagine the impact that could have on your muscle health as you age. That's why I firmly believe in the importance of personalized nutrient testing. Micronutrient testing can help you identify any gaps in your diet so you can supplement accordingly. It's not about guessing what might work for you, or relying on a generic multivitamin that likely won't meet your specific needs. By tailoring your supplementation to your individual needs, you can save both time and money. You won't waste money on unnecessary supplements that your body doesn't need. Instead, you'll be giving your body exactly what it requires to keep you strong, healthy, and vibrant. Just like those amazing superagers who inspire us all. Rule number 4. Manage inflammation every day. So, what do the strongest elderly individuals have in common? It's fascinating. One of the most striking things about them is that they manage to keep their levels of inflammation in check. You might be surprised to know that the most resilient, healthiest seniors have relatively modest inflammation levels. Researchers have recently come to a groundbreaking conclusion that should make all of us pause and think. Inflammaging, which is the term coined for the silent, chronic low-grade inflammation that often accompanies aging, is a key player in the loss of muscle mass as we grow older. This inflammation process works quietly in the background, breaking down muscle protein at a pace faster than the body can repair and regenerate it. The impact it has on aging is devastating, and we often don't even realize the damage it's doing until it's too late. But that's not the worst part. What's even more alarming is that this hidden inflammation doesn't just break down our muscles. It also disrupts the very processes that should help us build muscle. It's as if inflammation is actively blocking the signals that would normally encourage muscle growth after exercise or protein intake. Can you imagine that? Trying your hardest to stay healthy, but being sabotaged by something so invisible and insidious? It's not a small issue, and it's something we need to address with urgency. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Studies have shown that inflammation is a far more significant factor than most people realize. A groundbreaking study conducted by researchers at Tufts University showed something truly eye-opening. Seniors who had the highest levels of inflammation in their bodies lost muscle mass at a rate 3 times faster than those with lower levels of inflammation. And this wasn't even connected to how much protein they were eating or how often they were working out. It's almost as though no matter how much effort they put into staying active or eating right, their bodies were betraying them from the inside out. Now, let's talk about the real heroes, the superagers. These are the remarkable seniors who defy the typical aging process. And you know what? They've discovered something crucial that the rest of us often overlook. Simple but powerful anti-inflammatory strategies that can help slow down the inevitable march of time. The most striking thing they do. They prioritize their sleep like it's their most precious asset. They understand that sleep is the ultimate reset button for the body. They go to bed at the same time every night, creating a sleep routine that's predictable and reliable. They make sure their rooms are pitch black, creating an environment that's perfectly conducive to rest. This might seem small, but it's a game changer. Did you know that a lack of sleep can skyrocket inflammation, increasing inflammatory cytokines by up to 40%? That's a huge number, and it's so easily avoidable by simply respecting the body's need for deep, restorative rest. Superagers also take their gut health seriously, which is something most people neglect as they get older. New studies from the University of California reveal that the changes that occur in the gut flora as we age can directly lead to inflammation. So, what do superagers do about it? They carefully nurture their digestive systems with a diet rich in plant-based foods. Imagine that, 30 different plant-based foods every week. And they make sure to include fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut, which are rich in natural probiotics that help maintain a healthy gut. The benefits of fiber are equally important, and superagers know the importance of eating a variety of fiber sources every single day. These are the simple things that contribute to their longevity and vitality, but they're often overlooked by the majority of seniors. And it doesn't stop there. When it comes to exercise, superagers know that the key to staying strong isn't overdoing it, it's finding the right balance. They stay mobile, but they avoid the intense workouts that could increase inflammation. Instead, they prioritize regular, moderate exercise with a few brief but intense intervals sprinkled in. It's about consistency, not exhaustion. These are the habits that help them stay agile, strong, and full of life well into their later years. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of a superager's routine is the foods they consume to fight inflammation. These aren't just any foods. They're carefully selected for their potent anti-inflammatory properties. Superagers make sure they're getting enough omega-3 fatty acids, 2 to 3 grams a day from fatty fish or supplements. They rely on curcumin, found in turmeric, and polyphenol-rich foods like blueberries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. These powerful compounds not only keep their bodies in a state of balance, but they also actively fight against the harmful effects of inflammation. Researchers from the University of California have found that a shift in gut bacteria, which occurs as we age, can increase inflammation by up to 29% in as little as 12 weeks. But superagers take control by incorporating these inflammation-busting foods into their diets. It's truly eye-opening to learn that a simple blood test, measuring high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, HSCRP, can give you a clear snapshot of your body's inflammation levels. While the typical senior might have HSCRP levels 3 to 5 times higher than optimal, superagers manage to keep theirs under 1.0 milligram per liter, a small number with huge implications for their health and well-being. In the end, the lesson here is simple. Inflammation is the silent enemy of aging, but it doesn't have to dictate how we age. By adopting these anti-inflammatory habits, we can not only protect our muscles but also preserve our vitality and strength as we grow older. In my opinion, it's never too late to start taking care of ourselves. Whether it's prioritizing sleep, nourishing our bodies with anti-inflammatory foods, or staying consistent with our exercise routines. The power to age gracefully and with strength is in our hands, and I believe that with dedication and knowledge, we can all become superagers. Number 5 habit: optimization of vitamin D levels. Did you know that more than 80% of the elderly population is missing the essential muscle vitamin? It's a shocking statistic, and yet, vitamin D deficiency, often referred to as the quiet killer of strength, is so prevalent among seniors. It's as if we've been let down by something so simple, yet so vital to our health. Allow me to share why this is so concerning. Vitamin D isn't just important for your bones, it's essential for your muscles too. According to groundbreaking research by scientists at Harvard University, vitamin D doesn't just sit passively in our bodies. It actively triggers the genes responsible for building and maintaining muscle. When your cells receive this crucial signal from vitamin D receptors, they spring into action, initiating vital processes to preserve muscle mass. Now, here's where things get particularly emotional for me, because this is where we see how significant vitamin D is for seniors. A pioneering study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found something that left me almost in disbelief. Elderly individuals with optimal vitamin D levels exhibited 25% greater muscle strength than their peers who were deficient in this vital nutrient. Imagine that, just by optimizing vitamin D levels, these individuals experienced a profound improvement in strength, coordination, and reaction time. This is particularly important because these very factors are essential in preventing falls, which often lead to devastating consequences for older adults. But what struck me is this. People with vitamin D levels below 20 nanograms per milliliter are considered deficient, while those who seem to defy aging, the so-called superagers, tend to have levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter. The difference is startling and yet so simple to address. So, what can you do to optimize your vitamin D levels? Well, let's start with the basics. While sunlight exposure does play a role in the production of vitamin D, it's sadly not enough as we get older. Here's the harsh truth. As we age, our skin's ability to produce vitamin D from the sun decreases by a staggering 50% between the ages of 20 and 65. Can you imagine how much we lose out on as we get older, relying on something that is slowly slipping away from us? The typical daily recommendation of 600 international units seems almost laughable when you consider how inadequate it is for most seniors. But here's the good news. Research indicates that seniors should be supplementing with 2,000 to 4,000 international units per day to see the benefits of this powerful vitamin. And it's not just about the supplements. Make sure you're also eating vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified dairy. Add these into your daily routine and aim to get 15 to 20 minutes of direct midday sun exposure if possible. But here's a cautionary note that I feel is so often overlooked. While vitamin D is critical, it needs vitamin K2 to do its job properly. Vitamin K2, found in fermented foods and certain animal products, helps ensure that calcium is directed to the bones, not the arteries. Without vitamin K2, taking high doses of vitamin D can lead to unwanted calcium buildup in the arteries, potentially leading to a dangerous condition. This synergy between vitamin D and K2 is so vital, yet it's often ignored, and it could be the key to maintaining your health and vitality. If you're unsure about your current vitamin D levels, I encourage you to take action. Schedule a blood test with your doctor to get a clearer picture of where you stand. And once you have the results, aim to keep your levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter. Your muscles, your bones, and your overall well-being depend on it. In my honest opinion, it's heartbreaking to think that something as simple as a vitamin deficiency could rob us of our strength and independence. But we have the power to take charge of our health, starting with something as straightforward as optimizing our vitamin D levels. Don't let your golden years slip by feeling weak and vulnerable. Take control and start making these changes today. Your body will thank you for it. Strategy for protein timing is the sixth habit. Although the amount of protein consumed is a major concern for seniors, studies suggest that the timing of protein consumption may be even more critical. One of the most impactful strategies for maintaining muscle health in older adults is understanding the importance of protein timing. While the total amount of protein consumed is undeniably important for seniors, emerging research suggests that when you consume it may be just as, if not more, critical. It's fascinating, yet often overlooked. How you time your protein intake could significantly impact your ability to preserve and build muscle mass as you age. As we get older, our bodies undergo various changes, one of which is a condition known as anabolic resistance. This is a gradual decline in the body's ability to use protein efficiently for muscle growth and repair. It's something many seniors face, yet it's rarely discussed in everyday conversations. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition sheds light on a key misunderstanding. While many people think it's best to consume all your protein at once, ideally at dinner, that may not be the most effective strategy. It could be hindering your progress. Now, here's the part that makes all the difference. After you eat, your muscles experience a window of opportunity for protein synthesis, which lasts about 3 to 4 hours. During this time, your muscles are primed to use the protein you've consumed to repair and grow. However, most seniors make the common mistake of cramming all their protein into one big meal, typically at dinner. This approach, while well-intentioned, ultimately deprives the body of the sustained, steady supply of protein it needs throughout the day to build and maintain muscle. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The solution. Simple, but powerful. Spread your protein intake evenly across meals. Try to aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein with each meal. This will keep your muscles nourished consistently and maximize your body's ability to synthesize protein. Imagine replacing that bowl of cereal or toast in the morning with something more substantial, like eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein-packed smoothie. And as the day goes on, make sure your lunch and dinner feature lean meats, fish, dairy, or plant-based proteins such as lentils and beans. Not only does this strategy provide your body with what it needs when it needs it, but it also makes protein consumption feel less like a chore and more like an opportunity to enjoy nutrient-dense foods throughout the day. Studies have shown just how transformative this approach can be. Spreading out protein intake over multiple meals can boost muscle protein synthesis by as much as 25%, compared to the method of consuming the same amount of protein in fewer, larger meals. In one remarkable 12-week study from the University of Texas, participants who followed this strategy gained an average of 1.2 pounds of muscle, despite not changing anything else about their lifestyle. Imagine that. A small change in how you eat can lead to meaningful, tangible improvements in muscle health without needing to overhaul your entire routine. For anyone who wants to fight muscle loss or keep their body strong and vibrant as they age, it's essential to understand that merely eating protein isn't enough. It's not just about the quantity of protein, but the timing of it that truly matters. The benefits of this simple yet highly effective strategy can be life-changing, helping you feel stronger, more energized, and more confident in your body's ability to grow and thrive, no matter your age. So, take charge of your nutrition and make this small adjustment. Your muscles will thank you for it. The 7th habit is hormetic stress. At first glance, it might seem strange that some of the strongest 80-year-olds actively embrace stressors that are typically seen as harmful. But this is where the magic of hormesis comes in, a concept that is both paradoxical and profound. Hormesis is essentially the phenomenon where something that could be toxic in large doses becomes beneficial in smaller, controlled amounts. It's the idea that what doesn't break you actually builds you up. The remarkable truth is, exposing your body to certain types of stress, when done correctly, can make you stronger, especially when it comes to muscle function and preservation. Studies from the Buck Institute for Research in Aging have shown that brief, deliberate stressors trigger our cellular defense systems, allowing individuals, some well into their 80s, to not just maintain, but even enhance their muscle function. This revelation speaks to the resilience of the human body, proving that age is just a number, and that with the right practices, vitality can be sustained well into our later years. For those who truly defy the odds of aging, temperature variation is one of the most crucial hormetic stressors. It's fascinating how exposing yourself to cold or heat for short bursts can activate deep cellular processes that protect and enhance muscle function. Cold exposure, for instance, might seem like something to avoid, but the truth is it has incredible benefits. Brief cold showers, just 30 to 60 seconds at the end of a warm shower, or even the occasional plunge into cold water, have been shown to activate brown fat, which helps boost metabolism and improve mitochondrial health. This, in turn, helps muscle tissue stay resilient and protects it from breakdown. Then there's the heat. Whether it's sauna use or hot tubs, the experience of heat triggers the release of heat shock proteins, which serve as protectors for muscle cells, repairing damage and preventing further harm. It's fascinating how something as simple as heat or cold can unlock so many health benefits. A Finnish study even found that people who used saunas regularly, 4 to 7 times a week for 10 years, experienced 40% less muscle loss than those who didn't. Imagine how this simple, yet effective practice can make all the difference, especially as we age. Then there's intermittent fasting, a second powerful hormetic stressor that's gaining recognition for its role in longevity and health. Many superagers, those rare individuals who seem to defy the aging process, restrict their food intake to a narrow window of 8 to 10 hours each day. This isn't about starving themselves or causing weight loss. It's about giving their cells time to reset and rejuvenate. The practice of intermittent fasting triggers a process called autophagy, which is like a deep cleaning for your cells, removing waste and repairing damage. What's even more fascinating is that studies from the Salk Institute show that this practice improves mitochondrial activity in muscles by as much as 10% in just 12 weeks. I can't help but think that this is such a simple yet profound way to give our bodies the tools they need to thrive. It's a way of showing our bodies that we care enough to treat them with respect and understanding, rather than overloading them with constant demands. And let's not forget the power of muscle contractions. These short but intense bursts of effort are another form of hormetic stress that has shown remarkable benefits. Superagers often engage in what's called isometric exercises, where they push or pull stationary objects as hard as they can for just 5 to 10 seconds at full intensity. These short bursts of energy might seem brief, but they are incredibly potent. They send strong signals to muscle cells, telling them to stay large, active, and healthy. And because these contractions are done in a controlled manner, they don't put undue strain on the joints, making them safer and more sustainable. The key, however, is in the balance. These stressors need to be brief, followed by ample recovery time. I believe that this speaks to something deeper about the human experience. Our bodies thrive on balance, on moments of effort followed by rest, growth followed by recovery. When you combine these hormetic stressors, cold exposure, heat, fasting, and intense muscle contractions, you start to see a clear picture emerge, a lifestyle that embraces stress, but in a healthy, controlled way. It's about trusting the natural rhythms of our bodies and using those rhythms to create resilience and strength that defy the passage of time. For me, this philosophy speaks volumes about how we can approach aging with a sense of empowerment. Rather than seeing aging as a process of decline, we can choose to see it as a stage in life where strength, vitality, and growth are still very much within our reach. And isn't that a beautiful thought to hold on to as we journey through life? And there you have it. The fascinating world of hormetic stress and how it can help us stay strong, healthy, and vibrant well into our 80s and beyond. From cold plunges to intermittent fasting, these powerful habits have the potential to change the way we age, and I hope you feel inspired to try them out for yourself. So, what have you learned so far? Is there one particular practice you're excited to bring into your life? I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below this video and share with us one thing you'll be incorporating into your daily routine. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Your support helps us grow, and we can't wait to continue this journey of health and longevity with you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.